Hi there and welcome to Getting Started with Google Tools. Now we'll be working with some of Google's most popular tools, and these include Gmail, Google Drive, Google Docs and Google Calendar. But before we can access any of these, we need to create a Google account or a Gmail account. So to do this, you enter gmail.com in your web browser, just like this. And after it's loaded, you will be presented with a screen like this one in front of you. Now, if you have an email address and a password already, well, of course, you put them in there. Email there and password there and sign in. However, if you don't, you need to click on this Create an Account link. And when you've done that, you will be presented with this page. So it's a fairly basic page with simple tasks ahead of you. So you start off by putting in your first name and quickly followed by your second name, your surname. You need to choose a username. Now I chose one earlier in preparation for this course, but when you put your new username in, if it's not available, Google will tell you straight away and you choose another one. Of course, you need to create a password as well, and Google again will tell you if it's too short or if it's not very good. Okay, as you can see, that one's strong. If you confirm your password here, just to make sure you've entered it correctly, put your birthday in here, and in the box underneath, male or female. Now your phone number is optional. It's up to you whether you put that in or not, okay? I do, but again, that's your choice. Your current email address, self-explanatory, so you put your current email address in there. And directly below that, if you want to verify the account by your phone number, well, of course you do need to put your phone number in there. If you don't want to do that, that photograph underneath with the number in, that's known as a capture box. Okay? So you can see the number there is 4351, so type that into the box underneath. If you make a mistake, they'll give you the chance to do it again, so don't worry too much about that. My location is defaulted to the United Kingdom by my IP address, and of course, like all forms that you fill in online, you need to click the Terms of Service box and then click Next Step, which of course will bring up this screen, which brings you into your Gmail account. You get a little welcome message from Gmail there. And if you want to explore it a little bit further, you click on Next. But in a nutshell, that is how you set up your your Gmail account. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in a moment.
So when you first log into your Gmail account, this is the screen that you'll be presented with. In this section here, which is your progress bar, you are currently at 70% in this. As you fill in each task, the icon will be ticked green, and eventually they will all turn green if you keep your fingers crossed, and you will get this notification, congratulations, all is set and you have got 100%. So let's X out of here because we don't need it, and let's get rid of this little box as well at the moment. So on the left hand side here you can see the Google logo. Directly beneath that is the Gmail drop-down box, and if we click on it you get three options. You've got Gmail, Contacts and Tasks. So let's just click on the Contacts. Now as you can see, because we just opened this account, we currently have no contacts in here. If we click on Tasks, it's not much here. I have put one task in earlier which I've since crossed out. But if you click on this arrow on the right hand side, so let's just do that, this opens up and you can edit your task as you want. You can change the date and you can make any notes that you want to. So back to the list and then X out of again, over to Contacts and back into Gmail. So we're back into our Gmail account here for the emails. This is the Compose button, and when you click on it, this box opens up, a new interface. This is where you send your emails from, but we'll go through that in a lot more detail later on. So beneath the inbox, which currently has 2 unread folders, if you're in a menu that's open, it's highlighted red. We also have starred, sent email and drafts. Click on more and you get all of these other choices opening up. Okay, there's your important emails. That's where you'd keep them. Chats, all mail, spam, etc. Okay, going all the way down the bottom in your different categories as well. So the categories are also along here. We've got primary, which is currently open, and social and promotions. The primary tab is open. If we open up the social tab, you can see it's currently empty. We have no social emails in there, but that was where you would have your emails from social networks, and similarly your promotions tab is empty, but that's where your marketing emails, etc. would go. So back in the primary account, you see this box here. If you tick on that box, it selects all of the emails below. It checks them all, and along here you've got some choices with what you can do to those checked emails. You can't incidentally check each email individually as well. So we had the archive button there. There's the archive button. So all the checked emails, if you click on archive, will be archived. They'll be reported as spam, which is self-explanatory. These ones would be deleted. If we open up that, we can move the emails to wherever you choose. You can also choose a new place to send them to, and labels as well. You can label each of your emails if you wish. Okay, remember this only applies to the emails that are currently checked. Okay, 3 are currently checked. You've got a few more options here. You can mark them as read or unread, etc. Just above this, we have the search bar. Okay, you can search for any word you want in your Gmail account. If you click on the drop down arrow here, it just allows you to have a bit more of a specific, more of a detailed search if you want to do that. And this funny little square here, when you click on it, it opens up all of the apps that are associated with your Gmail account. And when you click on them, they will also open up. This is your email address here. If you click the arrow, it gives you a bit more information. There's your name, if you'd forgotten what it was. There's your email address. If you want to join Google+, you can do it here. And beneath that, you also have the options of whether you want to add an account, or in fact, if you want to sign out, this is where you would sign out. So, moving on from this, just beneath that we have the settings menu. Currently the display is comfortable. Remember, this is just a walk through the interface, so we'll go over all this in detail later on, but that is where your settings tab is. Here, those arrows to the left and the right, they're just navigation buttons that take you through the various emails. We've only got 3 at the moment. If you have 50 emails on there, it's quite a handy tool. On the left hand side, we have Google Messenger. Now down there we've got Hangout Contacts, Hangout Conversations, so you will have recorded Hangout conversations, and phone calls as well if you want to call any of your contacts. Okay then, so going back to the email tabs and the email discussion, we've got 2 types of email. I touched on this earlier. You've got read and unread. The unread emails remain in bold, and it will tell you on the left hand side where the number 2 is, how many are unread. There's one unread, there's one read email. So when you click on it and open up a new an unread one, the number of unread emails will drop to 1. Okay, this here is an email that I received from Google when I opened up the Gmail account earlier on, which was at 3:46. In fact, that was only 12 hours ago I opened it. That has come from a no reply Google address, but if it was sent from somebody who I could reply to, you just click on this arrow here to reply to the email. Remember, we're going to go through all of this in a lot of detail later on. Okay, you can see I've just started as well, but again, we will discuss that later. If you want to print your email, there's your print icon. And if you want it in a new window, if you want that email opened in a new window, that's where you click. Okay, that is a quick walkthrough of the Google interface. That's just your inbox label, just touching on that before we go, by the way. And on that line there, we've got an advert, and you can control it by web clip at the end if that's what you want to do. So there's your quick walkthrough of the Gmail interface. We're going to go through all this in a lot of detail later on. Thank you. In this video, I will discuss with you the general settings within Gmail. So to get started and to access the settings, you need to click on the Settings tab here. So we just click on that and we scroll down to Settings. And then this interface will open up. So we're on the General tab within Settings. So the setup progress, as you can see, is currently 100%. So it's 100% set up. Just beneath that we have the language. It's currently displayed as English US. However, you can choose whatever language you want within this tab and it will default to that. Phone numbers now, because I've already put my number in and I'm in the UK, it defaults to the United Kingdom. The same will happen for you, whichever country you are in. Here we have the maximum page size. So the conversations per page relates to your inbox, your emails, for whichever page you choose, that is, of course. So we currently have that set at 100 emails per page. And if we click on contacts, we currently have that set at 250. So you can change that as you feel. Images here. So when you receive an email from somebody, if that has an image added to it, it will always display, if you have it clicked here, that tab ticked. If you wanted just to display the URL and not the actual image, choose the one below, ask before displaying external images. If you set it at that, the URL will show in the email and you can then click on it to open it. So default reply behavior, you can choose reply or you can choose reply to all. Self-explanatory, if you've got multiple emails from some people, click on reply there, it will just reply to the one person. Let's just have a look here and open this one up. So there is the reply button. If we choose reply to all, when you click there, it will actually say reply to all, and it will reply to everybody within that conversation. At the moment, you can just see that's a mail delivery subsystem email there for Google, because we have just chosen reply to one. Okay. Now here we have the default text style. If we click compose and write something, let's write it within the email body. Okay, the font here is default to sans serif. You can change that if you want, and also the formatting. So let's change it to serif, and you can see that is what the font will look like. And that is how the email, that is the text that the font the email will be displayed in. And choose your different ones here. It's just it's personal choice. It's as simple as that. The size of the text, the color of the text. I usually just have it as black. And if you want to remove the formatting and just go back to the Google default, it will take you back there. Here we have the conversation view. Two choices, pretty simple. Conversation view on, conversation view off. We have the view on. So you can see the conversation view on there, shows all the conversation within that email. If you turn it off, they will all be displayed as single emails there. So I've received multiple emails, conversation is on, and they all show as a conversation within that that one email body, so to speak. If you're not satisfied with that and you would rather have single ones, you have conversation view off. But obviously I am happy with conversation view on. Send and archive, two choices again. You can either show or you can hide the send and archive button. I have it on hide at the moment. You can show it. All it does, it shows the send and archive button in the email. The stars, we have the stars in front of the email here. You can just star them to so they stand out for you, and they will also go and be stored in the star folder. You have various choices here. You've got different colors to choose from. You can choose 4 stars, and we can have the different stars appearing here and the different ways they will show in your inbox. Desktop notifications allows Gmail to display pop-up notifications on your desktop when new emails arrive. I like to have that off because when I'm working on my computer I don't like the emails popping up every 2 seconds because I get a lot of emails. You can turn the notifications on and it will tell you every time an email comes through. If you get a lot of spam, that's a bit of a nightmare, to be honest with you, because it just pings all the time. Keyboard shortcuts, I currently have it turned off. If you want your keyboard shortcuts on, you obviously select the option below. I suggest that you click the Learn More button because it describes it very well, the shortcuts. Button labels, these are the buttons it's referring to. I have selected icons, so we can see the icons there, and you can also display it as text if you so wish. When you hover your mouse over those icons, it actually has the text of what it means. In this specific case, it means refresh. But we'll leave that on the icons because I'm happy with that. My picture, if you send an email to somebody and you want them to see a picture of yourself, well, you add that here. So you would click on select a picture, you would find one within your computer and you will save it there. People widget, you either show or you hide the people widget. Display information about participants on the right of each conversation. So let's open up an email here. That is the person in the contact list on the left, and on the right hand side here, that is where the information will be displayed about the participant in the conversation. I have no contacts there, so that is currently empty. Create contacts for autocomplete. What this basically means is when you send an email to somebody and you type that email address into the into the email, Gmail will automatically remember it. So when you come to type it again, it pops up. Let me show you here. So I've just started to type EX and I've already used that email, so it automatically popped up. So Gmail actually remembers that for you, which I use all the time. It's pretty handy. I would recommend that you select the option that I have also done here. You can select the option below which says I'll add contacts myself, which is fair enough. You can see the ads appearing here. You can manage it by the web clip, and that is the important signals for ads. That is, you can change your preferences there by clicking here. It takes you into this new interface which you can edit to suit your own needs, and it will also reflect on the advertising line that I've just shown you in the email there. Signature, currently it is by default at no signature. If you want to put a signature in, it can be best wishes from Guy. It can be whatever you write, your mobile number. You can put your address in, whatever, and you just type it in that box there. And when you send an email, it will be in the bottom of every email, just like the Gmail team have done here. So they will have put happy emailing the Gmail team in the box here where I've written Guy. So you put your own message in there and it is on the bottom of every email that you send out. Show snippets or no snippets. I've got it currently selected as show, and this is a snippet. This is a warning message to you only. That is the snippet currently selected to show. I love this one, the vacation responder. I almost did a separate email on this because I think it's so important if you're using this email for your business. If you're away on holiday or if you're away for a weekend or whatever, you just select the vacation responder on. It's default to off. Select it to on. Quite simply put your date of your first day of your holiday and the last day, and then you fill in everything that you want in there, subject and your message. Currently I'm on annual leave and I'll be back on Wednesday the 27th, or whatever you want to write in there. So that's pretty handy. I like that a lot. And I usually tick the bottom as well, only send a response to people in my contacts, because what's the point in telling people who send you spam you're on holiday. Outgoing message encoding, you don't really need to know about this. It's not something I'm too familiar with. I just leave it to the default, which is use Unicode as opposed to avoid it. That is the default setting from Google, and that's how I leave it. When you're happy with everything, click Save Changes, and everything that you've put in there will be saved in your Gmail account.
In this video, we will show you how you can customize your Gmail interface purely using tools supplied by Google. The first thing we'll look at is this tab here, which is the Categories tab. If you click on the plus sign there at the end, it will open up this window, and that will allow you to switch your tabs, your category tabs. So you can see we've got 3 ticked at the moment and on display. You can add updates and forums if you so wish, and click Save. So let's do that. And it's loading, as you can see. And there we go. We now have 1, 2, 3, we've got 5 tabs along the top. New ones being forums and updates. So let's go back in and uncheck those. Let's take out promotions, and it will now load, and it now shows you that you have 2 category tabs there, primary and social. So we can also customize how your emails appear on the screen. So there's your settings menu, so click on that, and at the top you've got comfortable, cozy and compact. Currently it's defaulted to comfortable. So that one is compact. I just clicked on there, and obviously it squeezes the emails together and it allows you to see more on the screen at any one time if that's what you're after. In the middle we've got cozy, which shows you average size typeface, and comfortable one is more spaced out. Okay, so we've obviously got a lot of space there when you pick the compact. So if we click on settings, it will just load, brings up this screen, all sorts of options. Now we have a maximum page size here showing 100 conversations a page. By default it's 25. I've chosen 100, and I've got 250 contacts there. But anyway, 100 emails per page. So if you had it on the compact view, it would obviously show a lot of emails on that page, but of course it's showing a bit of space at the moment. Now themes, I just clicked on themes there and it brings up this menu. Now I quite like this one. It's currently defaulted to light. Okay, but what you can do, click on dark there, and you will see that the settings, the background goes to dark. It's a bit dull for me, that one. Obviously we all have our own taste. the HD themes, we'll click on the wood one just to show you what that one's like. And any moment now, there we go, you've got a wooden background, which is lovely. You see the little dots there and the little clock icon there. So that relates to your location. Now, you choose your country, region. Now, mine, let me just find it, where are we? We're in the United Kingdom, so we click on the UK. I can put my city in there, Newcastle, if I want, and click on Save. Now, the theme will change depending on your location. That's pretty cool, that. So we'll just go back to the light. We'll just go to default for the time being. And that's how you customize. Obviously, you need to OK the changes, but that's how you customize your Gmail interface. I hope you enjoyed that quick email. Thank you. In this video, I will show you how to compose, send and receive emails. So here we are in our Gmail account. You click on the Compose button here and this interface will pop up. This is the new interface for Gmail. If you're familiar with the old one, just click on this drop down box here and click Default to Full Screen and then click on Compose. Now this brings up the old style. Okay. The problem with this old interface is you can't do anything behind the Compose screen. Okay, so I've moved on from that, but if you want to use it, that's great. Okay, but we want the new one, so let's get out of it by doing this and X out of it, and let's go back to Compose. So here we are on the new interface. So in the top line there, 2, let's just stick an address in there, example.com. You can see I typed this one in earlier. If you want to send copies as well, CC is your carbon copy and BC is your blind copy. So if you just click on there and type in your email, you'll get a carbon copy. If you don't want anyone to see, if you don't want your the person you're sending the email to see anybody else in it, click on blind copy. Subject line, we'll just write test. Just let's write test email in here as well. Okay, so there we go, test email only. So you've got some options along the bottom as well, formatting options. If you highlight your text, and then along here you've got the various choices. So there's the font, size, bold, italic, underline, and color. If you want numbers and lists, there you go. If you want it indented, click that one there if you want to remove the formatting. Okay, but that's how you format your text. If you want to attach a file, click on the little icon there and then choose the file that you want to send. If you've got a large file that you want to send, you need to click on the Google Drive icon here. If you want to send a photograph, click on the camera icon. And of course, if you want to insert a link, you can see you can also go Control-K. If you want to send a few smiley faces or something like that, or whatever, that's where you click. If you don't want to send the email, you see the basket there, discard draft, just click on that and it will discard the email. If you want to send the email, when it's all done, you click on send. And you see that message will pop up there saying your message has been sent. So here we are back in our inbox. We've got 2 unread emails there, 4 in total. So we opened that one. You can see it's also a test email that I got someone to send me earlier from another account. So the subject is test email. If you want to add the email to your contacts, just click on that drop down box there, or hover over it even, and then click on add to contacts. You see it saving, and you see Hassan is now added to my contacts, and we can check that by going into contacts and hopefully, yes, and there it is. Okay, so that's fairly straightforward. So back into Gmail now. And in a nutshell, that's how you compose, send and receive emails. In this video, we are going to look at Gmail contacts and Gmail groups. So to access your Gmail contacts, go to the drop-down box here and click on the second one, Contacts, and it will bring up this page. Okay, you can see there's no contacts currently in this group. If we click there, it expands that label. Okay, it shows my contacts and starred, the most contacted, other groups. If you want, you can set up a new group there as well. So if we click on my contacts there, you can see we currently have 4 in there. Obviously these are all just new ones I've put in for the purpose of this video. So we can do various things with these contacts. We can create a group with some or all of the contacts. So to do that, what you do is you select the ones you want to attach to the group, and we'll choose those two. Click on the group icon and that box pops up. So if you want to create a new group, just type in here, let's call it test, and OK. And you just saw on the left there the new group pop up. If you want to create a new contact, just click on the new contact tab and that brings up this screen. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. Put in all the relevant details, everything you want to put in there. Put some notes in if you so wish. And then you click on save. Okay, once the contact details are put in. So let's go back to the contacts. You can send emails to your contacts from here if you want. Let's select some again. Let's go here and click on email, and you see that email interface opens up there. So the email, the people you want to email are already in your contacts. All you've got to do is put the subject in and write the body, and you would click on send, and then that has gone. So that's pretty straightforward as well, isn't it? So we'll just get out of that. So we have now just clicked on the test group. If you recall, there's 2 emails in there. We can do different things within the group. We can rename it if we so wish, or delete it. And then various other options, importing and exporting the group. You can print what's on that page, restore contacts if you've lost them as well. At the bottom, you sort them by either your first name or last name. I usually go for first name, but it's just whatever suits really. If you want to star the contacts, you can star them. That'll pop up anything that's important to you. So just click on that there and it turns gold, as you know. And that's basically a brief introduction to Google Contacts and Google Groups.
Gmail filters allow you to manage the flow of incoming messages using filters. You can automatically label, archive, delete, or forward your mail. So, let's get started with Gmail filters. First of all, you need to search for an email. So, we will then create a filter after that. So, I have a few emails in there from the Gmail team. So, let's search for Gmail team. And click on search, and you see it's loading, and here we go. So, there's 3 come up there. So, we click on the arrow, and it brings up this box here. So, you have a few more options you can fill in if you so wish. We have chosen the words Gmail team. You can see here at the bottom, create filter with this search. So we're going to leave it as the Gmail team for the filter. So let's click on that, create filter, and this filter comes up. So you have a few more options here. There's a few things you can do, as you can see, pretty self-explanatory. You can skip the inbox, which basically means archive it straight away. You can mark as read, you can star it, you can apply a label of which you need to choose. You can make a new one as well if you want. Underneath that, we've got forwarding them, and you would choose your email address where you forwarded to there. You can delete it, never send it to spam, you can mark it as important, and right at the bottom we have the categories that you can choose if you want to choose one of those. Okay, so there's pretty straightforward choices. So I think for the purpose of this exercise, we will just choose to star it. Okay, so we'll do that and click on Create Filter. It says there your filter was created. Okay, so now the filter's been created. If we need to manage your filters, click on the settings icon and then scroll down to settings, and here your menu comes up there, and we click on the filters tab. You can see we have a current filter which is exactly as we said it would be, with star it applied there. You can edit and delete it, and there's also other things you can do. You obviously need to check that box that I've just done. You can export and you can delete. When you export, you can also import it into another email account, but I will deal with that in the next video. So that is how easy it is to set up Gmail filters. Hope you found that helpful. In this video, I will now show you how to export a Gmail filter from one Gmail account and import it into another account. So I'm here, I'm logged into my Gmail account, and here we'll click on Settings and find Settings in the box there. Click on Filters within the Settings menu. Now in the previous video we created a filter for the Gmail team, and if you can recall, we starred it. So every email that comes in from the Gmail team, it will automatically be starred. So to export this filter, tick the box, click Export, and it will ask you to save the file. So the filter is in the XML format, so click on Save and click on OK, and I'll just show you here that it's downloaded there. So if I can just show you this, we'll open the folder by right-clicking on the download, and at the bottom you can see that that filter, the XML file, is now in our Downloads folder on our hard drive. So in Chrome, I have logged in to another Gmail account. So this is a separate Gmail account, remember. So now we want to import this folder. So to do this, we click on Import Filters in the same filter menu as before, and click on Choose File. We're in the Downloads menu, and let's find it. There it is. So Mail Filters XML. Let's click Open. So remember, that is the file we saved in the Download menu. Click on the Open file. I've selected Apply New Filters to the existing email, and then you quite simply click on Create the filter, and the filter import is complete. So that is how easy it is to export from one Gmail account and import into another Gmail account. Hope you found it pretty easy.
So in this video, we're going to look at Gmail labels. Now, what exactly are Gmail labels? In a nutshell, they're just like folders. The only difference is you can add multiple emails to multiple folders, or you can add a single email to multiple folders. So how do you create labels? Now, there are three different methods of creating a label. So we'll show you each and every one. The first one is just by selecting a single email and click on Move To and Create New. We create a label from here. Another method is clicking the More drop-down box, going to the bottom and clicking on Create New Label. And the last one is clicking on Settings and going down to Settings and along the top line there, click on Labels and scroll down to the bottom and create new label. And you'll see we end up in the same place each time. So we can create a new label in that box there. So let's go back to the inbox, and we've selected that email you can see there. So let's create a label this way. So let's name this label Gmail. You could also create another label to nest it under. So you've got a main category and you've got a subcategory. Okay. So we'll create the Gmail label. And you see it says there, it has been created. So now we'll click on the drop down box there and click on Gmail label, which we created before. And now you can see that that email is labeled Gmail, just where the cursor is. Okay. Now you can see it has two labels. One is in the inbox and one is labeled Gmail, which we've just created. And if we just click on Gmail there, that label, you will see that that email is in fact sitting under the Gmail label, and it also tells you it is in the inbox. Okay. So let's just change the color of the label now, and let's click on the label button and click on label color, and let's click on the orange one here. And there you can see that that Gmail label has in fact turned orange. The purpose of this is just so you can easily find the various labels that you're going to choose. So here we're in Labels in Settings again. And if we want, we can edit the label there. And let's change the name. Let's just call this one now, let's just call it Test. So we're changing the name of the label from Gmail to Test. You can see it's been changed, and in that column there it says Test instead of Gmail, I beg your pardon. And in the inbox you can see that that orange label is now called Test, which stands out quite easily. I'm sure you agree. And that is, in a nutshell, a short video on Gmail labels. In this video, I will show you how to use Gmail tabs. As you can see at the moment, we have two tabs here. We've got Primary and Social. The Primary tab is currently open, and we have 4 emails in there. If you want to click on the plus button here, it will open up this new interface, and you can see there's 2 ticked there, which, as I've just said, are the ones currently open. If we want to open up any other tabs, you need to select them here. So we've got Promotion, Updates and Forums, and as always you click Save, and they have loaded, and as you can see there are now 5 tabs that are open. Okay, so if you have any social emails, in other words they come from a social network, they will appear here. If you have any promotions, they will land in here, of course, and similarly with updates and with forums. But at the moment, because it's a new account, we haven't got any. So if you want to open up the plus again, and if we want to take some out, again just unclick them and save, and hopefully they will disappear, and they have. Okay, so that's how you add and you take away any Gmail tabs. If you want to go into settings here, just to remind you, configure inbox, and again you can select or disable any tabs and save, and they will load just as you have chosen. And again we've got 3. Gmail Labs are experimental tools which have been introduced by Google within the Gmail account. if you want to use and experiment with them, you need to bear in mind three things. First of all, they can break at any time. They can disappear either temporarily or permanently. And obviously the best option is that they work so well that they keep them forever. So bear that in mind when you start to look into Google Labs. So to experiment with Labs, go into Settings and then scroll down here to the Settings part of that box there, and it will bring up this window. And you can see Labs. Click on that and it brings up this page. Okay, so some crazy experimental stuff it says. In fact, it warns you there in the first paragraph that they may change, break or disappear at any time because they're not quite ready for prime time. Okay, so just bear that in mind, it is important. Now, if you are experimenting with some Google Labs and something goes wrong, that link there, you would just go into this menu and you'd click on that link and it will take you back to your default settings. So now we'll search for a lab. Okay, I think what we'll do is just look for the simple tool. Down here you can see this chat window down here. Let's see if we can move that. Okay, so if you just type in there right, it brings up these available options. And down here, right side chat, let's just click enable and save changes. And hopefully when it loads here, that chat will be on the right hand side. Okay, so you can see now that it is not on the left, and down here we have it on the right hand side. So that's just one of the small things that you can do with Google Labs. Okay, so just remember, if you have any problems, go back into that previous menu, look into the video and click on the default button and it'll take you back to your original settings. In this video, I will talk to you about Gmail Analytics and the reports that Google can give you. Now, to do this, you need to use a tool called Gmail Meter. Okay, it's a free tool supplied by Google specifically for analysis of your email account. It's slightly different to Google Analytics, which is the bigger picture, but this is specifically designed for your email, more so your Gmail account. Okay, so let's have a look at that. You need to be logged into your Gmail account, which I am at the moment. So what you want to do is pick a new tab and then type in this URL, gmailmeter.com, and this screen will pop up. Okay, now what you need to do is scroll down the page and click on Get Started. It's pretty straightforward, this. And when you do so, this is the page you will be presented with. Now, Gmail Meter is telling you what it would like to do, and assuming you are happy with this, there's no reason why you shouldn't be. You need to click on Accept. Pretty straightforward stuff. And it will tell you that this app needs authorization to run. So again, click on Continue, and up pops this box. And if you just scroll down to the bottom and click on Accept, providing of course you are happy with everything it mentions above. So the authorization is coming through now, and here we have this page, and now your Gmail account is linked with Gmail Meter. So you click on Build My Report. Remember, you are still logged into your Gmail account at this stage, and it will create your report. Now you can see that line there. It says it's analyzing your data, and depending on your email volume, it will take 30 to 90 minutes to build your reports. Obviously, I'm recording a video, so we're not going to hang about here, but we can close the window as it says. Now, what I will do, just before we leave this page, you can see that this email, I have been welcomed to Gmail Meter, and if you want to uninstall it, just keep a hold of this email and you click on that uninstall button there. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward.
So we'll go to another account of mine where I've already got it linked up and where I've had previous reports. We'd get the same type of report on the new account, but for the purpose of this video, it will show you the report and how it works. So let's just open this email up, and this is the information you are presented with when you get a report. So, created by 𝐒𝐫𝐤𝐚𝐥, here we have 22 conversations and 25 emails received and only 1 email sent. There's different reports you can get here. Number of messages, the times they were sent, the blue ones are messages received and the red ones are emails sent. Monthly traffic, again self-explanatory, just a graph. Weekly traffic, email categories, you've got a nice pie chart there. You've got 86.4% in your inbox and 13.6% in your trash. Thread length distribution, top threads, so they are the emails that you've been receiving from the same people, and all sorts of different reports here. Now some of you will find different reports more helpful than others, but basically that is how you analyze your Gmail account, and it's provided with the free tool from Google called 𝐒𝐫𝐤𝐚𝐥. Hope you found that interesting, and I hope that you use it with your Gmail account.
In this video, I'll show you how to install Google Drive onto your computer and how to take a backup of a file to your Google Drive. So first of all, you need to look for this URL, google.com/drive, and this web page will pop up. Click on the download link and it will bring you to this download page. So click on the drop down box and you have various options there. We want to click on Mac and PC, and you get this box coming up and you would click accept and install. I've cancelled that because I've already downloaded this, but you just follow those instructions. It's very easy to download. Once you've downloaded it, you will see this icon popping up, which is your Google Drive icon. So if you want to take a backup, you need to copy a file, okay, and then you need to open the Google Drive folder. And this folder will open, and if we paste the file into here, so right click and paste, and there you see coming soon Blue Horizons. Let's check down here on the Google icon, and you can see it is now synchronizing everything on my local hard drive, anything I've selected, with my Google Drive folder. So in other words, it is backing up everything that I have selected. So you can see it says the synchronization is now complete. So we can now check on Google Drive to see if it's there. We're looking for the Blue Horizons folder. So there it is. And that is the file that we have just saved and backed up onto our Google Drive. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.
Lots of people use Google's fantastic free online service called Google Drive to save, store and share files, and also to access them remotely. So let me try and show you how to use Google Drive. Basically, Google Drive is a file sharing system, and with that you get 15 gigabytes of free space. Any files that are stored in there can be shared either from your PC or remotely from, say, your smartphone. Files can also be backed up, again, either locally from your PC or remotely from another device. So let's get started. So to access Google Drive, enter the following URL into your browser. So this is drive.google.com, and it will direct you to your Google Drive account. So on this page, if you're not already logged in, you need to enter your email address and your password, and then you click on sign in. Okay, and then you'll get a screen like this, and it will prompt you to download Google Drive if you haven't already done so. Now you can see it's also available for smartphone and tablets, so it's exactly the same service. So I'm clicking on no thanks because I've already downloaded Google Drive to my computer. So when you get to the next interface, this is what you'll be presented with for your Google Drive account. You'll see it's almost identical to the Gmail interface that I showed you in previous emails or videos even. There's a few changes in functionality, but basically it looks about the same. So along the top here, you can see we have the Google logo, just like Gmail, and beneath that we've got the Drive icon. Here we have the Create button, which is Compose on Gmail, and your Upload button. If I click on Create, it will drop this menu, and as you can see, we can create a folder, a document, a presentation, a spreadsheet, a form, drawing, and also a map. And if we wish to do so, we can connect to more apps here. The next button is the Upload button. So if I click on this, we are presented with this drop-down menu, which gives us a couple of options. You can enable a folder to upload, or you can upload a file. And when you do this, they will be uploaded to your Google Drive account. Beneath that, we have my Drive, which is currently selected because it's red. There are no folders here, as you can see. So here we have Shared with Me, which basically means any file that has been shared with me, not by me, will show in this section. The starred label works the same as Gmail. I will quite simply star a file and it will show here. Recent refers to files that I have uploaded most recently. Any files that you have trashed end up here. Google will automatically delete these files after 30 days, but they'll stay there up until that time unless you physically remove it yourself. If I click on the More button, that opens up, and if I click on All Items, everything that is in my Google Drive will show up here. Underneath this, if you haven't already installed Drive to the computer you are working on, you click on this and it will download it to the computer you're on. At the bottom you can see how much space you have available and how much you've already used. So as I said earlier, there's 15 gigabytes of space which you're given for nothing. Drive, Gmail, Google Plus Photos have all used 0 gigabytes. You can filter any type of file, and when I click on the drop down menu, I get another drop down, and from here I can select any of these filters, like documents, folders, drawings, etc. It just makes it sometimes a bit easier to find files. So just like Gmail, we have our apps button for the apps that you have currently associated with your Gmail, your Google account. Here is your Gmail ID, and when you click it, you get the same options as Gmail. You can join Google Plus, you've got your privacy buttons there. The settings tab is similar to Gmail as well, but you do have a few extras like upload settings, manage apps, keyboard shortcuts, experience the new Drive if you're not already on that. This is simply a choice of the way you view your drive. You've got a choice of list or as a grid view. I personally prefer the list view because I feel like you have more space on your screen, but it's just down to personal preference. And that there is the grid view. One isn't better than the other, as I say, it's just up to you. The last icon is the detail icon. Here we go, details and security. You need to select a file first, and when you click on it, this is the information that you are presented with. Here are a few more options for you. You can share a file, you can move it to a folder, you can delete it, you can preview it if you want as well. And there's a few more options here with this button. If we click the drop down menu, all of these options open up here. You can open it with various choices, Google Drive Viewer being one of them, Google Docs. We can share it, we can add star. Here are the details and activity. We can move it and rename it if we so wish. And if you want to mark it as unviewed, you can also do that. A little bit further down here, you can download the document to your local hard drive and prevent viewers from downloading at the bottom there. I quite like that because it does stop people from downloading it to their own PCs if it's your file. And that really covers the very basic information about using your Google Drive. We go into a lot more detail in the other videos, but I hope you found that interesting. Thank you. After downloading Google Drive to your hard drive, you will get 4 icons on your desktop, all of which are shortcuts. You've got reading down, you've got Google Docs, you've got Google Sheets, Google Slides, and of course at the bottom we have Google Drive. Okay, so let's just click on Google Drive and open it. And here you can see that you'll recognize some of these names. These are files that we've created for this course. So at the bottom here you can see the icon, the Google Drive icon. You can also access Google Drive through that. I'm not connected to the internet at the moment, but you would click on the Google Drive folder and a similar folder will open up with the relevant files inside. If you are a Windows 8 user, you can access Google Drive over here as well. If you just hover your mouse over there and click on search and you type in whatever you're looking for. In this case, we're looking for the various Google apps, so Docs, Drive, Slides, Sheets. If you want to get rid of the icon on your desktop, you can delete it, and you can just use this method of locating the various Google apps. As I said a moment ago, I'm currently offline. Had I been online, Google Drive would have opened up. So these are the basic methods of finding the Google apps on your PC. In this video, I will show you how to upload a file to Google Drive. It's a pretty simple, straightforward process, so this is going to be a short video. So we'll click on the new drive here. So if you're not already in the new drive, click on this box that says take me to the new iDrive. And here we are in the new Google Drive. It's the new interface. And if you haven't been in before, this box will pop up. It's a bit of a tour of what it's about. By all means, click on next and go through that, but for the purpose of this video, we don't need that. So click on the new box, and directly below that you can see file upload. There's various things you can do in there, like creating new document, new sheets, new slides, and some more options at the bottom, but we want to upload a file. Okay, I'll just quickly show you how to create a new folder as well. Just type your folder name there and click create, and there you can see you've got a folder just there. which we've called test. So if we want to upload a file, let's click on new and click on file upload, and from your own computer you look for the file that you want to upload, and here we choose this file here, which is a JPEG file. We'll click on open and you can see the bar along the bottom, and the progress bar will show you the file uploading. You can also just drag and drop your file here right in the middle of the screen if you so wish. It's 6 2/3, it's just whatever way you want to do it. And you can see the file has now been uploaded to your Google Drive, and it's as easy as that. In this video I'm going to show you how to share a file on Google Drive. It's a pretty simple process. First of all, what you need to do is select the file that you need to share, and then you'll get these few icons popping up over here. The first one of which says Get Link. So let's just click on that and get the link. So there you go. Up pops that box, and you can see highlighted there is a URL which relates to that file. Okay, so you need to copy that link and paste it into wherever you're going to send it, probably an email. Okay. The second choice is this little box here with the G+ sign on it, the little character with the plus next to it. So we've clicked on that and up pops this box. And here we are. It tells you sharing with others, and quite simply in that box there you need to enter the email address where you want to send it, and then you click on done. So let's just try this with test@example.com. If you want to add a note, of course you can do that as well, and you click on send, and up pops this box. You're sending an invitation to test@example.com. It tells you that there's no Google account associated with this email address. So if you want to continue sending it, you must click on yes. So basically you can share files with people who don't have their own Gmail accounts. Okay, so that's quite handy, I'm sure you agree. And as you can see, it says that it's sending here. So fairly straightforward to share files on Google Drive, but let's just get out of this box here. So we'll click on cancel. Okay, so we've cancelled that, and basically in a nutshell that's it. It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward to share files with people on Google Drive. In this video I will show you how to use Google Drive as a web server. In the previous video I uploaded some files from my computer to my Google Drive, and here they are. This particular one here is a basic web page, the index.html, and here are some other files that are associated with that web page. Okay, so if we want to use this file here as a web page, we need to select it and then click on the share button, and this window will pop up. Click on advanced and this window pops up. First of all, we need to change who can access the files. Okay, so let's just click there on change and select the top one, public on the web, and at the bottom we select save, and here we are again. Now this URL is very important, specifically this ID here. Okay, and this bit I'm going to show you now is important. Okay, so to use that as a web host, I've already inserted my main URL there, and I'll select this now and just paste it into this page as well. So there we are. So what we do now is delete the part from the equal sign forward, and the bit at the end, which is the sharing part, from the plus, the addition sign, back over. And this code here is the bit that you keep, and we insert it at the end after host /. So this here is now our website URL that we can access on the internet. So I'll copy that. This is, here we go. So I'll insert this URL into the browser, and hopefully my web page will come up. So this is hosted on Google Drive. Here we are. So we still have a coming soon page here, but that's pretty good, isn't it? So let's just check this. So here's the index file, and this is the index file as a web page. So when I open the index file here and preview it, you will see here a basic HTML file. So using this method here, through this URL, you can view your website through Google Drive. You can also change your website using this HTML file and again uploading it and refreshing this page, but that is for another video, but that is what you would do. So this is how you use Google Drive as a web server. In this video I'm going to show you how you can find Google Docs when you're in Gmail, and in fact if you want to find other Google apps from your Gmail account. It's not that difficult a process. We are now on the new Google interface, and if you can see over here you have the little grid icon, which is your apps icon, just next to the email address there. So what you need to do is click on that. So let's click on it, and here we go. This little interface opens up and you can see the various apps that you can choose. You've got Google Plus, Google Search, Play, Drive, Gmail News, Calendar, and more underneath there. So let's just click on Google Drive here. So let's just click on it, and Google Drive pops up in a new tab, as you can see here. And within Google Drive you have your Google Documents. So it's pretty easy to access all of these. So let's just choose one. Let's choose Test here. You can click on Preview and it opens up. And as you can see, the page is loading. So if you want to edit it, you click Open with Google Docs. And again, it pops open in a new tab, and then you can edit it. So we're switching between Google Drive, Google Drive at the moment, Google Docs. You can click back to Gmail there, and if you click on your apps button again, you've got all those different Google tools that you can access. And that is basically how you move between the various Google apps, specifically from Gmail to Google Drive and Google Docs for this example. In this video, I will give you a quick walkthrough of the Google Docs interface. As you know, Google Docs is short for Google Documents. So we can create documents or we can store documents there. So to access it, you need the URL docs.google.com. I'm currently logged in through my Gmail account, and what you have in front of you here is the basic interface. This is the interface you will get when you log in. So it's pretty similar, more or less the same as the Gmail interface. You've got the Google logo on the top left, and you've also got a search bar to look for anything you want in Google Docs. And here is your email address. Beneath this, on this menu, the left here, when you click on it, it opens up your docs, and from that you can choose docs, sheets, slides. You can switch between the three if you so wish. And down at the bottom, what we have is Google Drive, if you want to switch to Google Drive. The other two options here are settings and help and feedback. So on the other side here, you've got the list view, which if you click, it changes to grid view. They're the two choices you can view your docs in. Here we've got sorting options. So click on that, it gives you the choices. You can view them by last modified, last edited, last opened, and also by title. Currently we have last opened by me, but as you can see here at the moment we haven't any docs yet. Here we have the open file picker. When you click on that, it opens up your drive, your Google Drive, and from there, if you so wish, you can select any of the documents and you can click on them to open them. You can also upload a file here by clicking upload and dragging your file there. So below all this we have our document interface. No text documents yet, but this is where they will all be. Beneath that as well, click plus to create a new document. So there's the plus icon, which you click to open up a new document. That is basically, it's a quick walkthrough of the Google Docs interface, and in the next video I will show you how to create docs and do other things. So how exactly do we create a document? Well, you can see down here the plus icon. Click on that to create a new document and a new Google Doc will open just like this. Now if you use Microsoft Office, I'm sure you'll be familiar with this interface. So here we have the document title, and when you click on it, this box pops up and you can rename your document. So let's just do that and call it test and click on OK. And now you can see the document name has changed to test. After that we have star, just like in previous videos, and you have a choice of folder that you can move it to. And here we have Docs Home. If you click on this icon, it will take you back to your Documents home page and take you out of Editor. And along here, beginning with File, we have all these other options. If we click on File, this drop-down menu appears and you have all of these options here. So you can have page setup and print preview, print at the bottom. We can download in various ways as a Word document, etc. We can publish to the web. You can choose your language if you so wish. We can move it to trash, move it to a folder, make a copy if you wish, and you can rename it. And here, of course, you can create a new document. In the edit, you've got the undo and the redo options. So if you make a mistake, you can just click on one of those and your paste option there. We don't have any text in the document, so the cut and the copy options aren't actually showing yet, but we'll go over that pretty shortly. Okay. If we click on paste, you can see the shortcuts that you can also use. So here we can select all of our text in the document. So let's just write something. This is a test document for video tutorial. So as you can see, select all, so it selects all of the text there, and down here we can find and replace. So let's just look for a word. So let's just type this in, and you can see in the green it has found this. So let's replace it with another word, where. Click on replace and you'll see just on the left of the box it says it has been replaced with where. So let's replace it again and replace it again with this, and you'll see by clicking replace all it searches the whole document, and let's just click on it and it is replaced again with this. So here's the view option, and within there is the print layout. We have the choice of mode underneath. So here we can choose either editing, suggesting, or viewing. You can either edit a document, you can make suggestions, where it just tells you that underneath, and here is the viewing option, where you can either read or print the final document. Here we can show the ruler, which you can see along the top it is shown because it is ticked. Here is the equation toolbar. So there you can see that, just along the top of the ruler there. Okay. And there we have the spelling suggestions, which is currently selected. So here we have the compact controls. If we click that, the top menu hides, and if we want to undo that, just click the arrow here and show it again. We can hide our menu, or we can show it using that arrow there, the double arrow. Okay. The final option here is to choose the full scale screen. Okay, so that's fairly straightforward. Here we have the insert option, the image and link, equation, table. If you're familiar with Microsoft Office Word, this will be pretty straightforward to you, I'm sure. But if you just hover the mouse over the table, it shows us the size of the grid, and when you click on it, the table is inserted in your document. Here we have the footnote. You use this if you want to insert a note in the footer. So you can also see that the shortcut for this option is Control, Alt and F. Okay, so if you want to insert a link, you can use Control K up here. So these are special characters. So when you click on this, it shows you all the special characters that you can use. And let's just see. And by clicking this, you can insert a horizontal line into your document, again fairly self-explanatory, and your page numbers and your page count. Shows you how many pages you've got within a document. You insert your header and footer here, you can bookmark it, and here you can insert a table of contents. So we can also format all of our text up here. So you highlight the text first, and then when you've done that, you can choose all of your options: bold, italic, underline, text color, and there's further options here. You can strike through. That is where it looks like you've crossed a word out. You can add a superscript. Okay. The small icon to the left shows you what this will look like. You've got paragraph styles. So you can choose your various headings there, which is the size of your text. You can align your document to the left, the center. And this menu also takes care of that as well, just along the top here. So here is line spacing. It's a width between the lines, and you've also got the option there. And you can clear all of the formatting that you've previously put in if you so wish. So it clears everything out that you've already done. And here we have the Tools tab and the spelling checker. Here we have the research option. So let's just select our text and click on research, and this window pops up and it gives you all these results from the internet, which is pretty cool. So next of all, we can choose define, which allows you to define a phrase or some text. So let's just select the word document here and click on define. And here you will see in this window it gives you the description of what documents means. So a piece of written or printed electronic matter, etc. And if we go back to the Tools tab, we can choose the word count. Now, as you can see from here, there's 1 page, there's 7 words in the document, 35 characters in the document without spaces, and with spaces there's 41. Selected, there's 9 characters, but there's 41 in the whole document, which is pretty cool to know. This is a good one as well, the translate option. So we choose our language, scroll down the list, and then click on translate, and it will translate it into the language that you choose. So back here into the Tools tab is the script editor. So if we had a script, for example, a program or HTML coding, for example, we could use a script editor, and the script editor will open a new tab, and in here we can edit our script as we so wish, and we can insert it into our document. So here we have preferences. So when we click on it, this window pops up, and when we enter our text here, you can replace it with the column on the right hand side. So the text on the left you replace with the text on the right, providing of course you've got that box ticked on the left hand side. We can also enter our own symbols here, and you click OK to save. So just let me show you. So let's just insert C there. Okay, we'll just move it down to the bottom there. And I clicked on enter, and here we have the copyright symbol. So here we have the personal dictionary. Again, it's pretty cool. We can add our own words into there, and then we can click on save. And here we are back to the table options. So we can insert a table. If you move your mouse around to choose your table size, so you can see I have 9 by 5 at the moment. You can move it around to 5 by 1, 5 by 3 by 4 by 5. You just hover it round and you choose the one that you want, and you insert it there. Okay. If you want to insert a row above, you can do so. You can insert a row below, or a column to the left, a column to the right, by just going exactly the same way about it. And similarly, you can delete a row. So one row has been deleted. If you want to delete the table, you can also do that. Okay, so that's fairly straightforward. Just have a play around with it. So here are the table properties. This is where you can choose the general settings or the layout for your table. So here are the table properties. Now this is where you can choose the general settings or the layout of your table. You'll see it's fairly straightforward. So let's just see how we can change this. We can change the table layout as to how we want. You can choose your color of the table border there. So we've chosen a dark red color. And the cell background color, we'll choose a dark color there. And you have the cell vertical alignment. Here we have the dimensions. So this is the column width and the minimum row height and the cell padding. Currently 0.069. Beneath that we have the table alignment, which is currently to the left, and left indent is the actual width from there to the edge of the paper, so to speak. And let's click on OK. And as you can see, the box there is dark grey, which is where the cursor was when we chose it, and also the box itself is in the dark red colour. So here is the add-ons option. We simply click Get Add-on, and this box will pop up with your various choices. So all you do is you select the one that you want and click the plus button. And here we have the help box. So you can type a query in here and you can search for it, or any other choices that you choose. So this is handy. This is the keyboard shortcut menu. It's always good to know all of these. So along here we have our shortcut menu. Now, we showed you most of this earlier, but you must remember to highlight any text that you want any of these choices to apply to. So we've highlighted this here, and I've changed the font, currently at Arial, to Comic Sans, and the size we'll change to 12. Let's make it bold, italic, and we'll underline it. Okay, pretty straightforward, but just again have a play around with it. So here we've changed the color. You can insert any links that you so wish. And you can insert any comments here as well. So these icons here allow you to align it to the left or the center or the right, or wherever you want for that matter. Here we have the line spacing. 1.15 is set by default, but you can change that if you wish, and you can actually choose your own custom spacing there. Here we have the number list, just some bullet points, increasing or decreasing the indent. And again, you can clear everything you've just done by clicking on the clear formatting button. And you've got your various text size, your heading 1, heading 2, which can be used for SEO as well, but that's for another lecture. So if you're used to your Microsoft Word, really, you should be used to most of this. This is for the whole document, so it's currently set at 100%. You can go down a bit, you can go up a bit if you so wish. You see how the document has changed in size there. We'll leave it at 100%. And here we have the print option. So if we click on that, here we go with this box pops up. It gives you the option to save the file, test.pdf, and when you've clicked save and OK, it downloads to your computer, your local computer, and you can print from there. So I'll just cancel that. So this is the editor that we can use to edit our document. So let's go back to Docs Home. And when we click on that, you will see that the document is actually saved onto your Google Docs account. It's currently in the, well, I've now just clicked it to go into the grid view. And if we click on there, we can either rename it, remove it, or you can open it in a new tab. So that is basically how you create and you edit a Google document. So thank you for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video. In this video, I will show you how to use Google Docs to open a Microsoft Office Word document. Okay, to do so, it's pretty straightforward. You need to open Google Docs and click here on Open File Picker. This screen will come up, click on Upload, and then select a file from your computer. This window opens, and I created this document earlier for the purpose of this exercise. So here we are. This is a Microsoft Word document. So I've selected it, and we'll click Open, and it will automatically upload it to Google Docs. And there it is. Now, you can see what it says. This is a Microsoft Word document and is created for tutorials. and this document is for test purposes only. But anyway, never mind, it doesn't matter what it says. The purpose of this is to show you how to open it within Google Docs. The font is currently on Calibri. The reason for that is because the actual original Word document was written in Calibri, so it's automatically defaulted to that within Google Docs. You've got all the usual options along the top there. You can edit your document, do whatever you want to the document within Google Docs. So let's just have a look in the main documents menu here, and there you can see it is actually uploaded to within Google Docs. Okay, you can rename, remove, open in a new tab. You've got the same options that you're used to from before. So if you want to edit or anything for that matter the document and you haven't got Microsoft Word on your computer, you can use Google Docs to do so. You can save it, you can publish, you can print it, you can do whatever you want. In this video I will show you how to find, create and save Google Sheets. Okay, so what we do is you click on the left menu here and then you click on Sheets, and Google Docs Sheets will open up. And as you can see, we haven't got any spreadsheets yet. So we click on this plus icon at the bottom here, and here we have a new untitled spreadsheet. You have all the usual options for other Google Docs like Word and things, and you just type your new name in here. We'll call test spreadsheet. But bear in mind, this isn't a lecture on how to use an Excel spreadsheet. That is for another course. But you have the usual things like File, the File menu, the Edit menu, the View menu, etc. It goes on and on. But if you're familiar with Excel spreadsheets, you should have no problem with this whatsoever. As with other Google tools, you can share this file. So you click on there, and you can also add comments as well. So that's pretty straightforward. If you want to save, click on Sheets Home, and you will see the test spreadsheet will be saved within Google Sheets. Same options are available. Click on those three dots and you can rename it, you can remove it, or you can open in a new tab. So pretty straightforward. And that is a very brief introduction of how you will find, how you will open, and how you will save a spreadsheet. Sometimes we have a PDF and we need to edit it within Google Drive. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First of all, what you have to do is obviously log into your Google Drive account. So do that by logging into drive.google.com, and your Google Drive account will pop up like this. Okay, so first of all we need to upload a file. So let's just click on New and File Upload. And here we have PDF sample, which is the one I've chosen, and click on Open. And here you can see it is opened in the PDF viewer. So we click on Open there, and you will see it is uploading one item to Google Drive. And in fact, there it is, PDF sample.pdf. So let's open with Google Docs. And a new tab will open just like this, and your PDF will open within this tab. Okay, and here it is. And what you'll see are the two parts to the PDF. This first part in the blue box that I've highlighted is the image, and below it we have the text which we can edit. Okay, so let's just type something in here. This is a customized PDF. We have edited it in Google Docs. Okay, so we've just added a bit of typing there. Okay, so we select the image above and we can get rid of that, and we have the PDF down there with the new writing on. So there's the writing. If we click here on Docs Home, okay, it will automatically save the edited PDF to Google Docs. And when we open it here, hopefully the new words at the bottom will show up, and there they are. Okay, so that is the simple way to edit a PDF within Google Docs. I hope you found that helpful. Thank you. In this video, I will show you how to use Google Calendar. It's pretty straightforward. To access it, you need to be in your Gmail page. So log into your Gmail account and click on the app icon there, and click on the Calendar app right here. And you will be presented with this page, hopefully. Here we go. So here's your calendar page. Now, if you haven't been in Calendar before, this will pop up. You just need to click on Got It, and it'll update the calendar on your PC. If you want it on your smartphone, you just click on Get It on Google Play or App Store, depending on whether you're on Android or not. So we are upgrading our Google Calendar now, and here we have Calendar, which is currently in the week view. You've got a button here which all looks very familiar, doesn't it? You've got your Create button, a Quick Add button if you want to put a date in your diary. Here's your calendar date showing you the month of April, and we have our My Calendars here. You can see myself, and we've got birthdays marked there. So here we are every day for this week. Currently it's Wednesday the 29th of April. As you can see, we have nothing at the moment. We have no diary dates for this day. We can see that on Friday the 1st of May it is actually Labour Day, which Google has marked in for us. So let's create a new date in the calendar. So we clicked on the Create button, and here we are with this page. So pretty straightforward. You've just got a few boxes to fill in. At the moment it is called Untitled Event. It will always say that. So let's just call it Test. We've got the date, as we leave it as today, the time 12:30 to 1:30. You just change those as you see fit. So this, if you click on it, the drop down box comes up. Very easy to change. Nothing I'm sure that you haven't done before. So we have the date showing as the 30th of April. So let's just stick a location in here. Let's just click London in the UK. If you want to add a video, you can. Calendar name, because we're in my Gmail account, it defaults to myself for my calendar. You can put a description in if you wish. We'll just say this is a test entry. You can change the event color if you so wish. It's currently on turquoise there, but if you want to pick any other one, pretty simple. And notifications, you've got a choice of email or pop-up, and here it's saying 30 minutes. This basically means that it'll warn you when your meeting's about to come up, so it'll either pop up on your computer if you're online, or you'll get sent an email and it will come to you, or it will pop up 30 minutes before the event. Change that as you see fit. Currently this is showing me as busy, and we have a calendar default. You can change it to public or private. That's for the visibility for other people. You can add guests here. You stick their email address in and click add. Hopefully, there we go. On the 30th of April, which is tomorrow, we have an entry called Test between 12:30 and 1:30, as we just did a moment ago. So half an hour before, if you recall, 30 minutes before, we will be notified about this event. If you recall, we did say it was in London in the UK, and that is how you add an entry into your diary. If you want to change the settings, it's pretty easy as well. How you view your calendar. Along this line here, we can set it as day. You can set it as a week view, which is my favorite. You can set it as a month view, 4-day view as well, and you can also have your agenda there of all your meetings that pops up, or any events that Google have already marked in for you. I'll just go back to the week one there, because that's how I like it. And what I didn't mention a moment ago is if you don't want to go through the option here of creating an event in your calendar, you can just click anywhere you want to set one up, and this will pop up, and you can just stick in whatever you want. It says T at the Ritz there, so let's just copy that. T at the Ritz. Create event, and there it pops up. So that's pretty quickly as well if you want to do that. I'll just click on undo to get rid of it, because I'm not having tea at the Ritz. That's it in a nutshell. It couldn't really be any easier than that. It's a straightforward diary. So hope you enjoyed this very quick tutorial on Google Calendars. Thanks for watching.